Welcome everyone to our regular weekly chat on the virtual settee of YouTooSpain. Today we're going to be talking to two very popular stars of the TV show A New Life in the Sun and asking them, has their move to Spain been a success or a disaster? And if you stick around to the end, we'll always have some extra information just for you. Yes, you right there, I can see you. In the meantime, gather round. It's time for our cosmic theme song. Get ready, let's dance. Right then, before I bring in our special guests, three very quick pieces of important information. Number one, you can help YouTooSpain to keep providing us with you with the oh so helpful things you learned today by making a donation through Patreon. And that gets you access to lots of extra info and behind the scenes stuff. There's a link in the video description below. Number two, check out the website YouTooSpain.com for more amazing information, blog articles and resources just for you. And number three, last but not least, if you click on any of the links in the video description below, you'll get great discounts on things you need and also excellent service from our partners, and you'll be supporting YouTooSpain. For example, if you're buying a house or moving over here or sending your regular pension or investments over, you need the best currency exchange company with the best service, the best advice and the best exchange rate to maximize your spending power and safeguard yourself against the sort of crazy currency fluctuations we've been seeing over the last few weeks. I wonder why that is. So use the Smart Currency Exchange link below to get your free account and a free advisor. And you get access to a 24-hour app and a whole range of other services as well. Don't leave it till the last minute. It's the sort of thing that you need to be doing well in advance. So click on the link today and you'll be supporting YouTooSpain too, and no extra expense to you. It's a win-win. So without further ado, let's meet our wonderful guests, all the way from just down the road and from A New Life in the Sun. It's Anthony and Ian. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. So we had a bit of a last minute panic, didn't we? We had a bit of technical problems. We couldn't get you online.
Yes, we couldn't log in properly, but it's all good now.
Good.
Todos bien. Todos bien.
Todos bien. Brilliant. And I'm going to see who's on the live chat. We've got some guests in there.
We've had a builder just come in 1 second, 2 seconds.
All right, then. I'll say hello to people on the live chat while you're doing that.
Yeah.
So, hello, Anthony and Kerry. That's AK Mitchell. Hola, Skatz and Todos from a sunny France. They're moving over sometime next year. And
wow.
And also John Nelson, my good mate there, who moved over from New Zealand. He's now over in Trujilliana. And he says to me, "You have an after-gig voice this morning, Skatz." Yes. Yeah, we had a rehearsal with John yesterday and then a gig
okay.
last night, a very late night. So yeah, I've got my deep voice on. If I
where was the gig?
It was in Canillas de Albaida, the next village along.
Oh, nice.
Very good, in the plaza. Bev says good morning, and Yogi says good morning, and Alan McAfee says morning, gents. So there we go. They're all starting to join.
Okay.
That's fantastic. Do you have anybody you want to do a shout out to?
Who, me?
Yeah.
All of the Birmingham crew.
All the Birmingham crew. And anybody in France as well, because you.
Anybody in France? Yes. Yeah. Ian's coming back now. Sorry, we just had a builder walked in to the house without us even knowing. The front door was open and just opened the door and walked in.
Brilliant. That's all right. We'll start with just you. We've got Barry from Unitech saying, "Is that Antonio Banderas?"
Yes, it is, with no dinero.
No dinero and a Birmingham accent.
Yeah.
Fabulous. We did actually have somebody asking, David in the Lane Cope said, "Who cut Anthony's hair?"
A guy in the village. We went the other day and he cut my hair and he said, he knows I don't like to have a shave on the side of my head. Anyway, so I was just on the phone, I looked and he told me, and I was like, "Oh my God, what have you done to my hair?" But I said, "You might as well just continue now and do the whole thing."
Yeah. Otherwise,
Um,
it'd be one-sided then.
yeah. But I won't be going back there again.
Oh
No,
dear.
I
So,
will. Sorry.
yeah. No, it's just a bit of a, yeah. Yeah, and Yogi says we've had yet another change in PM. What, since when? It's not changed yet. We don't know who the PM is. No, we won't go into politics. I think there's been far too much of
No,
that going on.
no.
So,
You don't know who that's going to be anyway.
no. Well, it's Boris or Rishi or
Yeah,
Penny. We don't even
yeah.
know.
Or
Anyway,
me, or you.
it could be. It could be anyone. I've seen loads of pictures. It could be a lettuce. Apparently, the lettuce is very popular these days. So, well, let's start asking you questions then while we're
Okay.
waiting for
I can
Ian to
hear
come
Ian
back.
talking Spanish.
Yes. So, we saw you last in February on the show, and you'd only just bought that house in here in Compton. You're just down the road from me, just in case anybody's not seen you before and didn't see the last show. And
Yeah,
there was quite a lot to do to the property, and to turn it into a boutique B&B.
yeah,
The plan was to have it ready for the summer season. The
yeah.
question is, did you manage to get it done? And there's a clue
No.
behind you on the wall because you can see
Yeah,
some
I've got
electrics
like
behind
an angel halo above my head.
you. Yeah. So yes,
Um,
what happened then?
so basically, we have been here since March. We've had lots of different builders coming to the house, and so we've decided to kind of manage the build ourselves because it's going to save us a lot of money, but it's taken a lot more time to do that. But in the long run, it's going to take us a lot more time. But we're coping with it. But we're just kind of living in like a wall of dust and builders
Yeah.
coming in. Like as you know, like there's one here right the second. He just walked into the house this morning.
It's a very good example of the chaos that you're facing at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like this constantly every single day. There's somebody who just comes into the house and be like, "Who are you?" And they're like, "Oh, we've come to have a look at this." Because when you ask somebody to come and look at a job, they'll just like say, "Oh yeah, we'll be there tomorrow in the morning." Well, the morning's a long time. What time? Oh, could be any time between 9 and 1 o'clock. So you've got to wait in there, or if they don't say that, it's in the afternoon, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is
So,
it? No.
Yeah.
Hola.
Ah, you're back again. You sorted out the builder.
Yeah, another builder.
Brilliant. So we was just saying this is a typical example of the chaos you can face with builders showing up all the time and not getting things done.
Not showing up, yeah.
Yeah. So you obviously had a plan to get the place open and up and running, and how realistic was that plan? How realistic did you think it was?
No, we knew it wasn't realistic anyway. We're not bothered. It's kind of like you have to have some kind of a deadline, but it's not fixed. You know, it's Spain this time of year is quite difficult.
When we moved here, we originally thought, yeah, we're going to be. We looked at the house and we thought, oh, it's going to be perfect. All we need to do is this, and that, and it will be open by September. But then when we bought it, we dug deep down into the house. We was like, oh my god, we need to do this, we need to do that. So now we're in the middle of having all of the holes knocked out for electrics and plumbing. So we're having to plumb 5 new bathrooms, brand new from the start. Having a pergola built on the terrace for guests to have breakfast. And yeah, it's just living in chaos. We're living in a kitchen with an air fryer and a.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
living in sunny Spain, it's not chaos. Kind of a little bit.
Yeah. Because so what's the plan now? Do you have an extended deadline?
Yeah. What the plan is? The plan is there's no plan.
No, we hope to be open by next.
What about March?
March.
Well, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You just have to have that attitude, really.
Yeah. Flexibility, that's the key, isn't it?
Yeah. When you're in this kind of thing, everything changes times. You know, and the TV people are coming back on the 1st and 2nd of November to film the last part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hoping that everything's going to be ready. But as you can see behind me, nothing's going to be ready.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so we're looking at next year really, or not. And so what's your kind of your backup plan? You've got jobs presumably.
Well, yeah. So I'm working for Inside Out Property Services in Compter. We maintain and look after about 50 houses in the campo and in the village. So I've been trained on how to do pools. So I'm learning a lot of things, like pool cleaning, lots of different things to do with that, painting, tiling, loads of things. So I'm working Monday to Friday. So luckily that's that I've got that job, so that can bring money in. So we're not eating the money for the bill. And Ian's you're at home managing the build of the house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Sounds like a good plan. I mean,
Yeah.
so have you got any advice for people? I mean, you imagine a lot of people might think, we'll move. We've got a good plan. We'll get everything done, and because they're, I don't know, maybe they've come over on a non-lucrative visa or something like that, and they can't work. So, what's your advice for people like that, or for anybody who's planning to open a B&B and like you're doing?
Just be relaxed about it. Make sure you can earn money to keep you going until you open.
Unless you've got money in the bank to keep you going.
Yeah, just be relaxed about it, because nothing happens when you expect it to happen most of the time.
Yeah,
that's good. It is a good attitude.
But just relax about the whole thing, because if you start to stress, then it makes things worse. You won't sleep at night. You'll be thinking about. I mean, we're living in this kind of place right now, and at first it did stress me out, but now I'm thinking, you know what, mañana, what will be will be.
You really have to go with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the photographs. I came around the other day and took loads of pictures. So
you take one of my bedroom.
Yeah, we've got one of the bedroom just to show the kind of chaos. It's all right. I put the camera slightly up. It's mainly to show what's going on. So here we go. This is the first one. That's the back of Ian's head, but we're basically looking down into the garden there.
Yeah.
And
so that's going to be the garden. That's where eventually next year the swimming pool will be. Mm-hmm. Just where them trees are. So we've got to cut all them trees out, and that's where the pool will be. We've got permission for it. So.
Oh, brilliant! So the permission's all signed for that now.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll just show. The next picture is actually it's a better shot of the garden, so you can get the full picture there. So you're going to take out all of those trees.
Yeah,
not all of them.
Well, the middle ones there, the ones to the left, they're orange trees, and that's where mandarin trees, and we'll serve fresh orange juice every morning for guests from the trees in the garden.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken out the one. We're taking out the ones you can see in the middle. The one to the right, we're taking that one out. Mm-hmm. But there's other trees which we're saving. We're taking what we have to take out.
So you've got a good vision of what you're going to do there.
Yeah.
Lovely. Let's get to the next one. Number 3 is so this is the terrace where you were standing actually looking over. So when we saw the back of your head.
Oh yeah, I'm looking right at that right this second. So we're sat in the kitchen and we can see right out that door, and that's the view we've got right now. So this will eventually be the breakfast area. Mm-hmm. So on the ceiling we'll have lights hanging down. We're having like a built-in concrete sofa with all cushions on it, and this is where guests will have breakfast in the summertime. In the winter they'll have breakfast inside if it's too cold, but hopefully most of the time we'll be okay out there.
Mm-hmm. So you've got there's a sitting room. This is all sort of on. It's kind of on ground level. If you come in the front of the building, isn't it? You're on ground level at the moment.
Yeah. So it's probably good for disabled access, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
to come in and go through and straight out.
Yeah, except to
Yeah.
you can't get down to the swimming pool, can you?
No, you'd have to. To the left at the top, there are some metal steps going down to the garden.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so eventually, I should imagine in a few weeks' time, it will be finished out there with the concrete sofa and the lights, and we can be. In fact, we can have you and Liz round for breakfast before they get.
Brilliant. Yeah, it's a date. Right, let's move to the next one. Here we go. What's the next one? I'm excited. They're all kind of covered up. Oh, it's this is the kitchen. Well, that's to your left, isn't it? There. That's
Yes,
where you're looking.
We're sat right here. Ian sat next to the sink right now. So this is our 1970s kitchen. When we bought the house, they said that the oven and the hob and everything worked, but nothing worked. So we bought ourselves underneath. You can see an air fryer. So that's what we've been using for the last 6 months to cook with. So yeah, the oven doesn't work, but this is going to be the last thing to do on the project. So as soon as we've got all the heating in and the whole house is all finished for our house, then the kitchen will be the last thing that we do. So we know that we can live freely upstairs, but then also get rid of the kitchen and concentrate on that.
Yeah, brilliant. So all new units in there. So we'll move quickly round to where are we? We're in the hallway. Oh, we've got the dogs here. Yay!
Oh, we've got a new addition to the family. Hold on, let's just get her.
Yeah, go on. That's her. She was trying to get something from in between the cushions there, I think, when I was there.
Always, she's always something.
She's got a.
Oh, look.
This is Betty.
Hello, Betty.
We rescued her about 4 weeks ago because unfortunately, about 7 weeks ago, Jack, who we had for 17 years, passed away.
Oh.
And Gizmo, the other dog, was all sad. So we thought, we'd seen Betty and we thought, let's go and rescue her. So we went to the place, went to view her, and was like, oh yeah, she's perfect. And she reminds us of Jack, doesn't she, a little bit? She's quite
similar.
Yeah. But Gizmo's not so sure at the moment. But they'll get there.
Yeah. Oh, look, Betty.
So
gorgeous. The same happened with our two when we were still back in Ireland. Well, ours was getting really old. We've got Luna that we brought from over. Then we had an old dog, but we didn't bring her over because she was gone before then. But it's a terrible break. But it's just like you say, when you've got just the one, they get lonely, don't they?
Yeah. But then we try to make it better by getting Betty. I mean, he does like it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But I think Gizmo's a bit of a strange character. He doesn't like any other dogs or any other people, just me and Ian, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's starting to get to know her.
Okay, so we were in, where's number 7? There's the hallway. It's in here somewhere. There we go. This just shows the sort of chaos that's going on. You've got tools, you've got a circular saw and loads of things. Is that so? This is looking. The front door would be on the left, I think, of there.
Yeah.
And looking through into, is that going to be the guests' sitting room?
Yep. Yeah. Well, you can just come in and relax.
Yeah. And that's kind of opposite the door, which goes through into the kitchen.
Yeah. So you'll come in the front door here, and then you're in front of you will be where that kind of brown thing is there on the right.
On the right.
Right next to there, there's 2 doors going into the first double guest room. On the left there, where the door is open, that will be the guest kind of snug sitting room. So we're having a wood burning stove, like a library, and then opposite there is the way into the dining room, winter dining room, and then into the kitchen where we're sat right now. That cupboard there, we bought that when we was in France, and there's two of them. There's another one opposite it, and they're kind of like a
Carved cupboard.
carved cupboard. What kind of is it from France? Do you think, or
Yeah, it's French.
yeah, French? Yeah,
That French one, lovely. Yeah, love that kind of.
yeah,
furniture.
they're beautiful. So we're gonna put two lamps on either side, and my laptop there for when we check guests in.
Very, very nice. So can't wait to see it when it's all done up nice.
Yeah, me too. I think we're gonna live in the house for a good few weeks before we open, just to get a feel of it and have a bit of normality in our lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Because everywhere there's things like that sitting around.
Yes.
Oh, there's tiles and tools and all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah, yeah. What's that? Oh, that's
That's in the hallway.
tiles. Yeah, that's in the hallway. In fact, they've gone now because yesterday we had them put up into our bathroom in our apartment.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. So move on. So show one of the bedrooms. Number 9. There it is. So is that on the next floor? That's the next floor up, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many beds?
I know.
How many rooms have you got altogether?
So we'll have 4.
7 bedrooms, but 2 are in the private apartment. One is going to be in the garden apartment, and 4 in the main house.
And that room there, that's on the first floor. You know, when you've seen the first picture with the wooden carved units, that's the first guest room on that floor. On this floor here, on the ground floor. So there's two.
That's in the picture.
There's 2 like Juliet balconies that go onto the garden, and then through the door over there is into the ensuite.
Mm-hmm. So is that a wall that you've put up, or is that
No,
already
that
there?
wall was already, everything was proportions were already there, but what we've had to do is create all new plumbing and rewiring for every single room in this house. So we've had to channel out all of the holes in the walls, which was like like the most dirtiest job ever. And there was cleaning loads of dust wasn't waiting until yesterday. In fact, the day before, we worked till 10 o'clock the night before, cleaning up all the dust, getting rid of everything, ready for the next stage of the build.
There's no wonder you're so tired. So you're yawning there, Ian. Yeah, you must be knackered, both of you. This is the.
We was out till quite late last night. I must admit.
Yeah, me too. We're all hungover on the show. Anybody else hungover? Just leave your comments.
I think we left one of the local bars about 4 a.m.
No, it's half. No, we went to the nightclub yet.
Yeah.
You went to the nightclub as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, and then today we've got at 2 o'clock we're going to somebody's house for lunch, and then this evening our French neighbours from Comines in France driving down here, and they'll be here at probably about 5-6 o'clock, and they're staying for a week. And we said to them, I hope you don't mind like staying in a building site. And they're like, no, it's no problem. So we showed them all around the house and said, this is the room you're going to be sleeping in. We're all going to share this bathroom, share the toilet. And they said, no, it's not a problem. We'll come to see you guys. So they bring us loads of French treats.
Brilliant. See, you're having a really, really good social life. It's might be a building site.
Yeah. Well, we have to, because I mean, once it's done, then we can start to stay in more. But right now, it's easier for us to, once we finish work, to have a shower, go for a walk with the dogs, and just go and sit in the local bar, have a, not alcohol, just have a Coke or tea or coffee, whatever. And it's just easier to do that. And then we come home later and we put our little one lamp on, and we've got 2 electric plug sockets that work in the whole of this house right now. One of them is plugged in the kitchen now to the wall over there, and the other one is up in our bedroom, and then we have to connect loads of different kind of extending cables to all of them to heat the water boiler and this and that. And
there you go. No, I'm just showing a picture of that's the plumbing. So you've had great big plumbing pipes put in all over the place. You've completely redone the whole system there, haven't you?
Yeah, the plumbing and the electrics.
Yeah. And well, I'll zip through all of these next ones because it's just, I mean, a lot of them are very similar scene to these. This was the kitchen, used to be the kitchen on the first floor, and
Yeah.
just shows you've ripped everything out.
Oh
And
my
that's
god, it looks funny when you're seeing it on the internet.
yeah, I bet. And that's going to be a bedroom, and you're going to knock through that wall because there's a bathroom the other side of that. Isn't there?
Yeah, so that's going to be our second renting room. This is going to be kind of like the budget renting room. So it's got views of the terrace, and then it's the smallest room, and then it's where that kind of wardrobe is there. There's going to be like a door going through into the bathroom. There's going to be TV in there. There's going to be air conditioning. But this room has got really nice views of the garden. You can see the sea as well.
Yeah, brilliant. So that's going to be the last sort of knocking down of walls that you do.
Yeah, that's going to be in the next probably week. We're going to knock that wall through. Well, no, we've got to wait for our own bathroom to be finished in upstairs before we can take that first bathroom. Because as soon as we do that, knock the wall down, that bathroom will be non-existent on the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
you won't have a bathroom.
need to get our bathroom ready because otherwise we'll have nowhere to wash.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'll show your bathroom in a bit. The other one that's going to be your bathroom.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Have you got one in my bedroom?
Yeah, shall we show that?
Oh no!
No, I'll tell you what. Let's go on to number 14, which is actually the windows, because you've got all these windows put in, which look lovely, and they've all got the. Oh, where we go? If I can find this one. We've got a whole list of things to show. Oh, 14, there it is. And yes, you've got all these lovely shuttered windows, and you've replaced all of the a lot of the glass in those. So you've got all kind of matching on most of the floors so far, haven't you?
Yeah, because when we bought the house, I think the window on the left in every room there was no glass there. I know a lot of houses in Spain are like that. I don't know the reason why, but the window on the glass on the right is always there, but the one on the left, there's nothing. It's just open. So the whole house was like that. So it was really cold in March when we moved in, and obviously that was one of the reasons why that. So we've replaced all the glasses, and then upstairs in our apartment on our floor, we've had all new handmade wooden. A new version of that made, just keeping with the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a new front door, which I don't know whether you got a photo.
I did have a photo of the front door. Where's that gone? I'll find that in a minute. New front door. There it is. Oh, we skipped past that one. There it is. That was lovely. I came to the house when I came to the house to take the pictures. I didn't recognise the house because I remembered the front door.
From the front, it looks more different because obviously it's kind of a little bit roundish. The front of the house, the above the front door. But yeah, we had this made. It took us probably about a week to do the guy.
Well,
the front door
to fit it.
Yeah. Yeah, it took us about a week to do that, and it's got reinforced glass in there. It's got about 4 different locks, but we needed that because the front door that was there originally, we wanted to keep it, but it just made the hallway really dark. There was no glass in there at all. Yeah. So now we've got kind of shutters on both of the windows, so we can open and close them, and yeah.
That's really nice. Yeah, it must be good for the light. That door was really nice, but yeah, you've got to have a light hallway, haven't you?
Yeah, because the hallway it's really big, but when it's all dark, it doesn't feel nice when you're walking in there, does it? And it's got to feel nice for guests when you're walking in.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's not that much light on the street because you're in kind of quite a narrow street, aren't you? Which must be good for. I mean, it must be quieter down there because you're right next to the main plaza, but you don't get the noise from it, do you?
Yeah, we don't hear it, to be honest. So when in the summertime when all the fiestas were on, we was thinking, oh my God, we're not going to sleep, but it was actually fine here, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was all okay.
So that's good to know for people who are thinking about moving into the villages and thinking, oh, it's going to be really, really noisy. But actually, it's more noisy for us because we're looking down on it and we get the noise rising up from
Yeah,
our
I
things.
heard
So we
that.
got the fairground.
Yeah, loads of people in the campo said that they couldn't sleep for 2 or 3 days during the fiesta, and we were living right next to it, but we could.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
1 second.
Oh, some good. Let's get this comment on the screen. Andy Fry says, greatest respect to the guys for giving it a go and staying with it. It's good to get a real life perspective on how much work is involved. I'm sure the guys will have it ready for guests soon. There you go. There's a nice comment for you. And Barry from Unitech saying, did you have a window tax like they used to have in the UK way back? There's not a window tax, is there?
No, I hope not. No.
No, because you got loads of windows.
You pay tax for every window. Well, obviously, there's probably about 15 windows more in here.
Oh wow!
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think they do
I hope
that.
not.
The kind of council tax isn't very much at all, is it here?
No.
That's a good thing to know for anybody who's looking to move and to buy. Let's skip through any more of the pictures. Let's see.
Betsy sat here biting the table. She's teething.
Here we go then. That's the one you didn't want us to see. That's the bedroom.
Oh,
that's how you're living. Big water pipes coming down through the wall, and
that's
all.
We had to last week because we're often having to move rooms because of different work going on in different rooms. But so last week we moved out of our apartment, and because that all the walls were being channeled out, they had to move into this room. So this is the only kind of normal room. It's not normal, but we had to live in that bed there. We had our TV so we could watch Netflix. And so we lived in there for about 3 or 4 days. And now we've cleaned all our apartments and we've moved back up there. Yeah.
Good. That's good. And let's just show the bathroom. What number is this now? Number 16. I'm glad I've numbered all of these. So
how many have you got?
It's going to be a lot easier to flip those 25 altogether, but there's some of the numbers are missed out because I kind of doubled up on some of the pictures. But it's going to be easier to flick through them now. I'll just because they're all.
So that is going
window.
to be a new bathroom we've created in that room that we were just staying in. So in that room it's going to be like a suite. So there'll be the room that we were just sleeping in. The next that will be like a little kind of lounge area, and then they'll walk through into the bathroom, which is what you can see now. And all 3 windows have got like Juliet balconies that look onto the old Spanish street.
Yeah, it's lovely. No, it's going to be marvelous.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Ian. Looking. That's your living room. So this is the penthouse suite. This is where you're going to live. You've picked the biggest rooms, haven't you?
Yeah. We have to.
I think that's really important. I think that's really important for everybody. If you're running a B&B, there's no point having a pokey little flat where you can store your own stuff. You've got to have your own comfort, haven't you?
After having 2 B&Bs in France and we was full most of the time during the summer months, it's really important if you're having B&B to have your own space. And if you can't have the space in the house, I wouldn't suggest doing it and living in one little room because you're amongst people all the time. So you need to escape to your own place where you can shut the door. We've got a big lounge there with a sofa, TV. We've got 2 bedrooms, a bathroom. That's going to be our fireplace with our fire.
You've got lovely low windows there, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you can see out the really good view from there. Can you see is that the view to the sea?
No, hold on.
No, that's towards your kind of house.
Oh, yeah, we can see you from that window.
Yeah, we see your house from that window.
Yeah, brilliant. What's this one now? Oh, that's going to be your bathroom.
That's going to be our bathroom. So yesterday, all that floor was tiled. So we've had all new tiles. To the top right, that's going to be our shower. And then where the ladders are, we're going to have a freestanding bath. and then back we're going to have a toilet and a sink. Yeah,
brilliant. Actually, there we go. That's the view to the sea. So that's we've
from
gone up
the
onto
roof.
the top terrace now.
Yeah, that's from the roof terrace, and you can see the sea. So up there, there'll be a bar, an honesty bar. We've had a sofa built up there. There's going to be all new lighting, and yeah.
Was that an honesty bar? So people are going to just leave cash in the.
Hopefully, they'll leave more.
Yeah. Because that's going to be good. And the view down, you can see how tall the building is, because that's the view right the way down to the garden from there.
Yeah, when you're up there, it's proper rooftop terrace. You can see views for miles and miles and miles. And when you look down, it's quite high, isn't it? When you're up there, four floors.
Yeah. From the garden, it's 4 floors up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant. There's the view to that. You can see our house from here. It's on there somewhere. I'll just float over it. It's just about round there somewhere.
Yeah, because we came up to yours a few weeks ago, didn't we? And we could see.
Yeah, we
were looking
down
through binoculars while Ian was being nosy.
Yeah, and you're going to have this. You've just had this put in as well, haven't you? This.
Ian built that actually, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
How long did it take you to build that?
Not long. About a week.
No.
Oh. And so we're having all new cushions made for it. So it's going to be like a concrete sofa, Moroccan-ish style. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Here we go. There's the view of the house. That's the house
from
the garden.
That's the back of the house, yeah. So there's 3 windows on the top floor. That's our private apartment. And guests have got access through from the bottom all the way through to the top. The next floor down is on the left window is the bedroom, the smallest bedroom, renting room. Mm-hmm. The one middle window there is the hallway, and the one on the right is another renting room. And then next floor down is the kitchen window. And then behind the trees is the first renting room. And then on the ground floor, that's where the garden apartment will be.
Yeah, good. And that's the next picture. That's what it looks like at the moment. Oh, that's what it looked like a few days ago, anyway.
Yes, that's right.
In the garden room.
Yeah, that will be the last. Huh?
And you're gonna. That's kind of part of that wall's going out, isn't it? So you can have big folding windows.
Yeah, and that will go straight onto the swimming pool, and so that will be eventually the garden apartment. But that's going to be like last to do on the list, so it won't be next year. Probably the year after. Did you think, or
maybe depends how long the cash lasts?
Yeah, we'll see when you get guessing, because this one it is kind of very separate from the rest of it. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Whereas you need to get all of the rooms finished in the house before you.
Those are all our boxes that most of them we haven't even opened yet from France. So all our belongings are in there. So we're living with when we moved into the house, all the knife and forks and plates were here. Mm-hmm. So we're still utilizing them at the moment, because there's no point going down and getting our nice stuff out when it's all going to be covered in dust. And so we thought we'd use stuff that's here. Anything that's in here, we'll use it until we're ready to chuck it away or give it to charity. That's
very handy, having that whole under the house. Really, that eventually it's going to be a really nice boutique room looking out onto the swimming pool. But it's really handy having it as storage. I think that's that's something we noticed when we looked at this house. A lot of the places we looked at, because they'd been holiday houses before, they didn't have storage, because you don't need storage except to put the sheets and towels and all that kind of thing, and your Hoover. But you definitely need it. So.
Yeah, we've got another one on the other side of the house, room quite similar to that. It's underneath where the guests will have breakfast, and in there is going to be our new airflow boiler, and just some pool, like a pool room, and where the boiler's kept and things like that. Storage room, yeah.
Excellent. So that's basically all the photos. I've missed out a few because it's just basically similar stuff. Hey, Gizmo. Fabulous.
Della-Rumball.
So how have you and the dogs settled in with the community?
Yeah, well, we kind of know a lot of people now.
You seem to know more than I do because you've been here for kind of half the time.
Yeah, we constantly get invited to different events and different things that's going on, and we used that being in France. It was like when you're living in a small community, you become part of the village, and all Spanish people that live here, they're all, we say hello to them, and we get invited around their house for dinners and lunches. Today at 2 o'clock we'll go around to our English friend's house for lunch, and then tomorrow we're going to what are we doing tomorrow? Oh, we're going to Jill's house.
That's tonight, isn't it?
No, that's tomorrow. I mean, last night we went to another party at Leander's house, and that was good. And then we went to the Coventry, the bar after. But yeah, we fit into the community really well.
Yeah, too well, I think.
Yeah. Have you got any tips on doing that? How do you fit in well?
Just speak to people, basically. You just, you've got to just speak to people, mix with people, go to the bars, the restaurants, and you get to meet people that way.
Great stuff.
Yeah, but you've got to speak to people, and you just got to be open to it. Everybody, like, often we're getting knocks on our door by Spanish people saying that this was my auntie's house, this was my nan's house, this was my great grandma's house. Can we have a look? And so we let anybody into the house. If they knock on the door, we'll say, yeah, come in, no problem, have a look. And they tell us some stories about the house and what, who used to live here. And it's really nice to know the history of the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you writing it all down so you could have a little thing?
Hopefully Ian is more like that than me. I'm more the talker, he's more the writer.
There we go. And any regrets so far?
No, not at all.
I've got no regrets, but I think I wished I would have kind of realised how much. I mean, I didn't realise there would be this amount of work, and this would how long it would have. We've been here since March, and it's now October. Mm-hmm. We're not even halfway through. What would you say? Or
well, you have to wait for the electrics and the plumbing to be done before you can do anything else. And that took the time to get people who are available when you want them available. And you have to coordinate all that. So that's what's took the time. But it's just the way it is.
That's what the difficult part of this process is when you're living in another country, the language barrier. But Ian's Spanish is coming on really, really well. But even that, it is a bit awkward having people here and you can't fully explain. Well, I can't. Ian can, but I can't. And I want to say things but you can't. I can't say it. So I have to say to him, "Can you say this for me?" And or Google Translate. My Spanish is getting okay, but as when we lived in France, it was the same problem there. But that's one of the reasons why you move abroad to fit into the Spanish or French life, and I'd rather do that than stuck on a 9 to 5 job in the UK.
Absolutely, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Andy Fry is saying, how does it compare so far to your life in France?
For a start, this is a bigger place than where we lived in France. The last place we lived in France, which was a village near Carcassonne in the south. So this is kind of like 4 times the size. So it's definitely busier. It's more lively. And France can tend to be quiet outside the tourist season. Mm-hmm. So that's very different. You can always get a loaf of bread or a bottle of milk here, whereas in France you have to time everything. Everything closes and opens and closes and opens. It's just easier in that respect.
Yeah, that's different in different areas in Spain, but Compita is certainly like an all year round place. Because you get a lot of people who own houses but don't live here.
Yeah,
they come over the winter. So Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes the bars busy all year round, which is great.
yeah, all the restaurants, and there's always as soon as we walk out the door here, the supermarket is literally 2 seconds down the road, and we've got a bar just there, the squares here. But yeah, I love the French life, but as Ian said, in the winter time, from September till probably March, April, everything the village we lived in closed, apart from the bakery and one bar. Even the French people's houses, all their shutters were closed, and be like, there's nobody even in this. There's a riot. So COVID for us when we were living in the village was just normal. You should see anybody in the winter time.
Brilliant. So, let's look forward to. Obviously, you've done this in France before. You've done B&Bs. What's any tips for people setting up a B&B for getting guests and being successful?
For getting guests and being successful, well, without mentioning a big company's name, and unfortunately, you have no choice but to go there unless you build your own business without them, because they control the market these days. But so you just really to put yourself out there, meet people, just get involved. Really, you get a lot of business from the local community as well, because when they have family and friends coming over, and you meet everyone and get to know everyone.
Well, that's a good idea, because so a lot of your business to begin with, when apart from the local community, is going to be just from that website who advertise, the big website who advertise on their own. So you don't have to do any spending on advertising.
No, you obviously you pay them quite a large commission. So and that's all wrapped up in that, I suppose, the cost of that.
I think if we would have bought something in the campo in the middle of nowhere, then we may have had to have done something. But because Computer is often on the TV, different shows. Last week they were filming here. The week before they were filming here for 2 different TV shows. So people are getting to know more about this village, and different things are happening here. And it's one of the recognised Pueblo Blancos. So there's always tourism here. Even in the winter, there's walkers, there's cyclists, different types of tourism. And then in the summertime, you've got the holiday people, and so all year,
Yeah. So that is a good tip for anybody looking. If you're thinking about a B&B, make sure that you've got year-round business and plenty of people around.
Because when we lived in France, in Comines, we thought to ourselves, when we was coming down to Spain with the new life in the summer, we was thinking we wanted to live kind of in the campo a little bit, but within about 5-10 minutes walk to a town. We could not find that house. We couldn't find it because all the campo houses that we liked were about 2-3 miles away from a bar, and we're social people. We need to be out near to restaurants, bars, and be able to walk there. And not just for us as well, for our guests, so they check in here. That you don't have to worry about how we're going to get to here, there. They can even get to the beach on the bus. They can go to the restaurant in 2 seconds here. So they've got everything on their doorstep, and they've got to get in.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're the big attraction. Fantastic. Well, I've run out of questions. I'm sure there's loads of things that people would like to ask you, and you can do that, everybody, on the comments below the video, because I'm going to leave these 2 guys to have a bit of a siesta, so you can get ready for your really lively social life.
Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. And you got anything else planned for the weekend? I think you've already told me you're off out twice today and again tomorrow.
So today we're at 2:00. We're going to a friend's house for a Thai curry, and then our French friends are arriving probably about 6. They're in Alicante at the moment, so they're coming. And then tomorrow we're going to another party, and then Monday's back to work. He's working in the house. I go to work every day, Monday to Friday. I go probably about 9 o'clock, and I'm home probably about by 2, and then I'm helping Ian doing whatever he's doing in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The house is going to be called Casa Hardin.
There we go. Yes, Anthony and Kerry were asking. Casa Hardin just means house garden.
The garden house, yeah.
Garden house, yeah.
Yeah. So, and we'll be open hopefully next March. But you'll be able to watch us on A New Life in the Sun next February, because they're filming now. In fact, they're coming on the 1st and 2nd of November and doing the final filming for this series. And then hopefully next year they'll come back and film again for when we're open, because we thought we would have been open, and the TV keep calling and saying, "Are you open? Are you going to be open?" We're like, yes, we'll be open by when you come in November. It's no problem. But no, we're not going to be open.
Yeah. You must be popular though, because normally they don't bring people on like a series.
No, straight after. Yeah, so we must have. I think it's either. I think it's probably me, not Ian.
Yeah. I would agree.
We'll have a vote on it. Everybody, tell us in the comments below.
Yes.
Who's your favourite?
He hates the TV.
Yeah. You make a good balance. You like opposites.
Bon courage.
Yeah, bon courage from Anthony and Kerry. There we go. So fabulous. Well, have a fabulous time weekend, and everybody give the lads a big virtual hug and a kiss and a wave goodbye for now.
And start booking for next year.
Yeah, great. As soon as you put it up on the site, I'm sure there'll be floods of people wanting to come.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to look really brilliant, because I've seen pictures of your French place, and that was lovely.
In fact, you was in here the other day when I came in from work.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks gorgeous. It looks fantastic already. Just leave it like it is. Brilliant. Let's get some guests in. Brilliant. Right. Well, I can see you both needed coffee, so I'll let you go.
Okay.
Good stuff. Thanks so much. Take care, lads.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, right. From a slightly tired Ian there, I'm not surprised. They were out till much later than I was. So it's time to find out who's on next week's show. I'm sure we'll have an update, and we'll hear from Anthony and Ian again. But next week on our Cozy Family Settee around the Cozy virtual pool here, it's Chris from Upsticks again, and we're continuing our series of back to basics features. I'll announce to subscribers and the Facebook group members during the week what the topic will be, but I think it's the next stage. We did the visa part, or we did the sort of planning part, and then the visa, and I think we'll move on to what happens when you arrive in Spain. There we go. Chris is our resident expert on all of that kind of stuff, and he's helped so many people. In fact, I saw on his Facebook page just the other day that they've got a whole bunch of people through the system, all holding up their new residency paperwork. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click all on the notifications bell, and you'll be the first to know what's coming up every week, including the midweek videos on Wednesday evenings. We just had a really popular one that 1,500 of you watched it really quickly. So you'll either see a brilliant new video each week there, packed with groovy information for you, or an amusing piece of clickbait for your entertainment, because we did one all about Brexit that got some trolls and loads of people. We got 10,500 watches for that one very quickly. That just went through the roof. Anyway, that's through the roof for me. Still a small channel, but the more of you get watching, and the more you share the videos, then more and more people will watch, because there's still loads of people who want to come to Spain. The adventure never ends. If I don't see you on the Wednesday, I'll see you next Saturday at the regular time of 9 o'clock if you're in the UK or Ireland or the Canary Islands, or 10 o'clock if you're in Spain or Central Europe already. I can't wait. And my lovely wife, Liz, says hi. You can join her for free virtual yoga and meditation on her YouTube channel, YouTube Yoga and Aromatherapy. The link is below with the other ones. Thank you all so much for the guys who've been on the live chat. Thank you to all of you who are watching afterwards. We love you all. And put your comments in the comments below on here. Don't put them on Facebook on when you see this link on a Facebook group, because nobody will get to see the comments, and we all like to see who's in the family and who's joining us. So ciao everybody, and John says great to see you all. Inspiring. Yes, they are very inspiring, I think. So that's all for this week. Someone pass around the tapas. I've got the munchies. I really have got the munchies. I'm going to have something to eat now. Peace and love. Oh, now let's have one more cosmic dance before we go. Here we go. Cue the music. Come on, everybody.